My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. We break down full UFC fight cards every single week, giving you our picks, predictions, our bets, and our fantasy plays. So make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And if you want 50 free dollars, go to wewantpicks.com/bets. We have 5 different betting partners who all offer their own promotions, their own matches, and their own giveaways. And then on top of that, after you sign up and after you make a deposit, we send you $50 however you want it. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, wewantpicks.com/bets. Opening up UFC 275, we have Joselyne Edwards taking on Ramona Pascual. Joselyne Edwards is 10-4 overall, 2-3 in her last 5, and she's coming off losses to Carol Rosa and Jessica Rose Clark. Ramona Pascual is 6-3 overall, 4-1 in her last 5, and she's coming off a short notice loss in her UFC debut. Joselyne Edwards is a good kickboxer who uses range really well. She has a nice variety of strikes, but she does prefer to kick. If you can get inside and make it a dirty fight, you can break Edwards, but getting inside that range is not the easiest thing to do. She has an okay strike differential of a 3.5 to 3, but her biggest hole is her grappling. She has only a 16% takedown offense and a 47% takedown defense. Ramona Pascual is coming back after a short notice fight against Joselyne Edwards, where she was getting smoked in that first round. She got beat up early, but she was able to work in some well-timed takedowns, work in some very serious control, and steal some rounds there. She is big for the weight class. And when I say weight class, it's really weight classes because she's fought anywhere from 135 all the way up to 150. She may use that size to try to bully Joselyne here, and really try to push her way through, given how that last fight went. Style-wise, though, she is a Muay Thai striker, and she has a traditional Muay Thai guard and those traditional techniques. Earlier in her career, she struggled with takedowns and grappling, but not only does she seem to have plugged those holes, that seems to be her path to victory in some cases. Right now, Ramona is a plus 145 underdog, and right out of the gate, I actually like her as an underdog in this spot. I know how bad that first round, that last fight looked. I get it. But she was able to survive, and Joselyne Edwards has very real power. She got 3 takedowns in that fight. She had almost 4 full minutes of control time. And Joselyne, I don't think, has anywhere near the same power that Joselyne does. I think Ramona can have some of that same success. She might even be able to have success on her feet because she is a Muay Thai striker by trade, but maybe not so much. I like Ramona to strike, pressure forward, use. She will have a size advantage. Joselyne's going to be taller, but Ramona's thicker, bigger, just more built out. I think she'll use that size advantage, bully a little bit, and I think Ramona gets it done. And very quick, this was listed, I don't know if it was just a Tapology error or if something changed. This was listed at 135 pounds last week, and now it's featherweight 145. So I don't know if something happened or it was literally just an error on the Tapology website. If anybody in the comment section knows, let us know. Jacob, you and I spoke before this. You completely disagree with this pick.
I don't necessarily disagree with it completely. I understand your logic for, picking Ramona. And that's what you guys got to understand. If you guys are new watching this, our breakdowns and our analysis is usually right pretty like 95% of the time. Sometimes you can get picked wrong. Your analysis can be right and you get a pick wrong. But I agree with your analysis in this fight. I think her path to victory is probably in the wrestling, in the grappling, because if you watch that Nunes fight, you mentioned, I think you said she stole some rounds or stole a round or whatever. It was 30-27, 30-27, 30-26. And actually the second round was a 10-8 round for Nunes on a judge's scorecard. She was getting beat up in that fight against a girl that is undersized for what? It was a 145 fight. And that's Nunes, who is really undersized for 135, really probably undersized for 125. If she wanted to make 115, she probably could. She's about 4'10". She does possess power, but Joselyne also has power, but has real featherweight 145 power. Joselyne, being a favorite of whatever she is, minus 145, minus 170, whatever it is crazy, right? Because she is not that talented. No offense to Joselyne. We've seen the issues of her being taken down and controlled, and the path for Ramona is there to be able to take her down and control her. But if you watch that Nunes fight, to get to Nunes, to get her to the ground, there was a lot of that Ben Askren just kind of reaching out and trying to grab Nunes. And against a shorter fighter, it kind of worked, right? Because because Nunes wants to close that distance to strike. So she was right there in front of her, and she was able to get those takedowns by kind of grabbing her. She wants to get in that clinch. She wants to get in close. Joselyne is long. She knows how to use that length with her power, connect on the end of punches. So I understand. Ramona is an underdog. She probably is a pretty live underdog. If people want to play her, I get it. My pick is going to be Joselyne. I think that's a little bit of a safer play because Ramona was getting dropped by Nunes. Joselyne has real 145 power. That's really her only path, is to hope to land the big power shots, because if Ramona gets close to her and she lets her get close to her, that's Ramona's path to victory. So, I'm picking against you, but your breakdown, I think, is 100% right.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Right out of the gate, we're not even fighting. Well, so we're sort of aligned in the logic. We achieved different picks in the end. Listen, plus 145, I actually don't like those odds enough to throw money on her, because honestly, neither one of these women are going to be vying for a title anytime soon. Both of them are just looking for a win in the UFC so they don't get cut. I think the only bet here is, if there is a bet, is probably a plus 3.5 on Ramona Pascual. I don't know what those odds will be, but what that bet means is you're buying 3.5 points on the judges' scorecard. So that math works out to one single round. And if Ramona Pascual wins one round on her own, I then bought one more round and the bet hits. So you're only going to get that bet if you go to weonpicks.com/bets. We have 5 partners. Bet Online is the one partner that offers that bet. I place that bet a lot when I have close fights with a durable underdog. Ramona Pascual has proven she is a durable underdog. So I know she's not going to get stopped, or I'm pretty sure she's not going to get stopped. And I just need her to win one round, and she should be able to win a round against Joselyne Edwards, who doesn't have much to offer on the ground. So I might place that bet. I'll have to see what the odds are. Obviously,
I got them right here for you.
What are they? Not great.
The odds makers are they're on you, Angelo, because it's minus 160 for plus 3.5.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to spend minus 160 there, but okay. Well, it's a good bet, and if you like it for this fight or any other fight, go to
No, I actually love it. Even at minus 160, I think I love that, because she did prove how tough she is. She was getting cracked by Nunes, who puts people away, and showed how tough she is. So I actually don't even mind it at minus 160.
Well, the only way you lose that bet is if she gets absolutely dominated and loses a 30-27 or gets stopped. If she wins a round, wins the fight on her own, gets a stoppage, you get paid. So I like that bet when there's good size underdogs that I know are durable. So in this case, Ramona Pascual is one of them. DraftKings, listen, I don't mind her at $7,500 because I do think she wins. With that being said, there are a lot of live underdogs on this card. So when you're building your DraftKings lineup, I would start with your positive that person is going to win guarantees, because you're going to have a lot of options as far as more affordable fighters to fill it out. What do you think?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. This is a DraftKings, even though usually you have a lot of variety when it's like those 14 fight cards. This is only 12, but there's going to be a lot of different lineups, because these fights are wild, guys. These are wild fights.
They are. And then we got the Monkey Knife Fight strike line. If you don't know what Monkey Knife Fight is, it is daily fantasy. All you need to do is pick the more or less on this line here. That is how many strikes they're predicting each fighter will land. And if you're right, you can triple your money. Check that out at weonpicks.com/MKF. I think it's a more. I just think it goes 3 rounds. I think it's sloppy. I think there's a lot of touching up. I think it's probably more. Maybe less for Joselyne. Maybe more for Ramona, less for Joselyne. Because Joselyne, I'm expecting her to be on her back quite a bit. But Ramona does get hit. She's just durable.
Yeah, but even as a striker, I even have in my notes, I didn't mention before, but Joselyne I have is low volume. A lot of times she's low volume, no real sense of urgency. That's what kind of worries me in picking her. So I actually think it's a less on her, and Ramona could definitely be a more. So I actually think these should be flip-flopped, and then I would like them be a little bit different, but yeah.
All right, and just final word to the live chat here. Your comments about Joselyne's appearance are savage. Those were savage comments.